Salutations! We are back in Final Fantasy XIV. This will probably be a very short Final Fantasy XIV to stream today because A, I started late, and B, I played the last 40 minutes of a different game before we started playing Final Fantasy XIV. But we will play some today. We probably, because of that, won't start Endwalker. Because I need to do the Halloween event because it goes away on Monday, and I haven't done it yet. And also, I want to try out the new Fall Guys event they've added to the Gold Saucer. So we'll probably just do that, and then that'll be it. So, yeah. But, you know, it's something. And then next week, I promise, next week we'll start Endwalker. It'll be the very first thing we do. Unless there's another event starting in the next week that I'm not aware of. Then Endwalker. Right. Halloween. That's probably at Gridania. Kidney stone speedrun 80%, yeah. Especially force powers, levitate, rush, push, oxygen shield. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's not like, yeah, it's not after the, yeah, it's beating the game, it's just, I saw multiple people say, focus on the main quest. For a while, but you'll know why. And I didn't want to because the main quest I didn't think was very interesting. I really enjoyed the side quests that I did. I have unfortunately uninstalled Starfield now, but I'm gonna play Starfield Babylon's 4. I mean, it's not dissimilar, because you do need to play, like, Skyrim's Dragon Shouts, I feel like, came in quite early on in the quest, where, in, like, the main quest. Whereas, Starfield's powers, you have to, you're not the, oh god damn it, do I have to go, do I have to talk to Stain? No. Who starts the pumpkin quest? There we go, there's the pumpkin quest guy. I knew he'd be around here somewhere. Yeah, Babylon, from what you've told me, the game, like, doesn't start until the end. With Starfield, it's just kind of like Skyrim, where you have to follow the main story along enough for them to go, you can now absorb dragons, and go and do that thingy's burrow. So, or Grey Hollow's Barrow, or whatever it's called. They're like the first dungeon, proper dungeon you're supposed to do. So you can get Fuss of Fuss Rodar. I guess it's supposed to be like that, but it just takes a little bit longer for you to get to that point. I was saying, Bleak Falls Barrow, there we go. I sort of vaguely remember. I only remember the Barrow part of it. They did the golden joysticks earlier today, just before I start this Halloween quest, and they were a shit show. It was fantastic. It was hosted by Troy Baker. None of his jokes got any laughs, and he got very angry at none of his jokes getting any laughs. He got more and more drunk and dishevelled as the evening went on. Mics weren't working properly. They weren't cutting to videos properly. There was like, they started playing a trailer, and they just left it on the shot of the podium with no one there. So you could only see like the 40% of the trailer because it was playing on the screen behind it. And you think, you got to imagine the people, these guys are like sponsored this and paid a lot of money to have their trailer shown, and they didn't even bloody cut to it. I think it was some racing game or something. When they did cut to videos, the videos kept looping after 5 minutes. The audio would go, but the video itself would just play the first 5 minutes of the video and then restart. And then it just kept doing that over and over and over again. There was a bit where they were awkwardly, the camera was panning around, looking for someone to accept an award, and everyone was clapping, and the presenter was like, "No, we're going to come up and claim this award," And it turned out that they weren't there, and they had made a video to accept the award, and they cut to the video awkwardly. People were talking. The audience was all drunk, and they were talking over the acceptance speeches. They weren't clapping very well, to the point where, like, numerous presenters had told the audience off. Like, Troy Baker was talking to them like children before the Game of the Year award, like saying, like, look, it's okay, you make good noises, like woo and yay when people are announced. Don't make noises like this where you just talk or you look at your phone. And you could see when they were cutting to the audience, people were getting up and leaving, and they were on their phone and not clapping, because some of it was that, like, Baldur's Gate 3 won a lot of awards, the Golden Joysticks, and apparently, allegedly, a lot of the people there, because Golden Joysticks is all game developers, or a lot of game developers and a lot of the game press. They were apparently, like, a bit disgruntled because they were like, well, we're not going to win anything, so we might as well just enjoy the free booze. And so they just all got drunk, and they were just a bit disgruntled that Baldur's Gate 3 was winning everything. And Baldur's Gate 3 won everything. Like, if it could have won the Xbox, there was a couple of awards that they put in just so they didn't have to give them to Baldur's Gate 3. But if it could have won the Xbox Game of the Year award or the Nintendo Game of the Year award, I'm sure they would have done. But yeah, Baldur's Gate swept. I think the only thing that wasn't Baldur's Gate that won was Starfield won Best Xbox Game, which, you know, makes sense. Zelda won Best Nintendo Game. Resident Evil 4 won Best PlayStation Game, which wasn't even a PlayStation exclusive. I played on Xbox. I guess it does have like a VR section of it, which is exclusive to PS5, but what wasn't Baldur's Gate that won? Ben, what's his chops, who played Clive in Final Fantasy 16. He won Best Lead Performance, and FF16 I think won Best Audio. Alan Wake 2 won the Critics' Choice. And that's about it. I think Baldur's Gate 3 won everything else. Sea of Stars won Best Breakout. Valorant won Streamer's Choice. And No Man's Sky won Best Ongoing Game. Basically, all of the ones where Baldur's Gate couldn't win it, Baldur's Gate, apart from the ones that Baldur's Gate just couldn't win it, they won. Critics' Choice was, I guess Baldur's Gate could have won, but Alan Wake 2 wasn't eligible for a bunch of awards, neither was Spider-Man, because they came out too late, but they were eligible for some. Spider-Man 2 didn't win anything, though. It was nominated for a few, but they weren't going to give it to Redfall. No, not Redfall. But I was annoyed that Hi-Fi Rush didn't win more. Like, Hi-Fi Rush should have won Best Visual Design or Best Audio. Like, they should have given them one of them. Like, Hi-Fi Rush is such a good game. Yeah, why not No Man's Sky? Well, I don't know if Golden Joysticks is a British award, because we have the BAFTAs as well. So it might have been that they sort of gave it to the British developer. You know, maybe there was a bit of British bias. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, it was a very funny, like, they were trying to tell these jokes. Troy Baker was constantly blaming all of the bad jokes on the producer. And he would just tell these jokes and there would just be silence. No one would laugh. It was so painful to watch. Like, if you struggle to watch... I mean, it wasn't even cringy, it was just like... It was just painful. And like, it was, you know, like when like a teacher tells someone off? It was that kind of mood whenever people were saying, like, please don't talk over the acceptance speeches, it's disrespectful. Please, everyone be quiet, please let people, you know, celebrate their victory. Yeah, and happy for No Man's Sky to win. Like, I was happy, I mean, not saying that Baldur's Gate didn't deserve as many wins as it did, but it did take, like, half the awards. And 2023, I feel like, has been a really, really, really good year for games. But if you looked at the Golden Joystick Awards and just looked at the winners, you wouldn't think there was. You wouldn't think there was a big variety of games this year. Like we don't get that impression from the winners. Kringle does make me uncomfortable. It does me too. But I enjoyed this. I thought it was more. I guess maybe because I don't know. It was painful, but in kind of like a hilarious way, rather than a kind of like, oh, I feel bad for everyone involved. I was just watching this going, this is great. This is fantastic. Yeah, I don't like cringe compilations. I don't watch. I never watched. I think I watched Meet the Parents, but I never watched any of the sequels, like Meet the Fockers or Meet the other ones, because it was all cringe comedy, and I just can't. I don't find it funny, apart from anything else, but it's also just that sort of like, where you're sat there just going like, oh, just get it over with, you know, I know you're going to do something terrible. It's like, I really like The In-Betweeners, but I've only watched each episode once, and I watched the movie once, because I just can't. Knowing what comes up now in each bit, I can't watch it because it's just like, oh, I know what's going to happen and it's awful. It's a really good show, but yeah, it's so cringy. Anyway, let's get a clown's magic wand. I wonder if the clown's magic wand honks. The Adventurous Guild investigator is eyeing the festive displays with a healthy dose of suspicion. Oh my stars, could it be the self-same adventurer who helped us keep wickedness at bay and transformed All Saints' Wake from a night of screams into a day of revelry? Thank the 12 for bringing you to us, for the fiends of the realm knock at our door once again, and we need a dauntless soul to help us ensure they don't tear it off its hinges. The host of this year's parade of horrors is a woman with a pumpkin for a head. I shudder to consider whether this is some elaborate costume or... No, perhaps it is best not to know. Her strange appearance makes my skin crawl, to say nothing of her underlings. Why, one might think the Continental Circus was come again, hiding their monstrous intentions behind the guise of celebration. We can be grateful that none have yet fallen under their spell, but I fear it is only a matter of time. We must act quickly to unearth their schemes. I'd begin a thorough investigation at once, but I'm afraid my surveillance duties here prevent me from moving freely. That, my friend, is why I need you. Approach this pumpkin-headed witch under the flag of friendship, and offer your services to her ghastly celebration. If you can catch even a whiff of foul deeds, I want you to put a stop to them before any innocent come to harm. I mean, aren't I friends with the pumpkin people? I knew I could count on you. Now then, you can find our quarry just across the way at Minketo's amphitheatre, where she is doubtless attempting to draw any and all passerby into her ungodly procession. Humour her for now, but take care not to fall victim to her honeyed words. I'm pretty sure I'm friends with the pumpkin-headed woman and her husband. So I was back in the day watching Jackass when they do public stunts with real people. I skipped on rewatches. Yeah, prank shows like that where they do them with real people are very hit and miss. That's stuff they did between themselves, but yeah. When it was just them, it was fine. When it was the member of the public, it's okay. Like I think there are some pranks you can do in the public that like are completely harmless. And then there are some where it's just like, you just go, oh, I just don't want to watch this. That's why I don't watch prank channels. Right. There was a good prank. It's not even a prank, really. But that guy had a signboard that said free compliments. And he would just yell complimentary things to people, but he would yell them like a builder would like catcall a woman, but because he had the giant signboard on it that said free compliments, people were clearly like, okay, I see what you're doing, this is fine. That sort of thing's far harmless, because you're complimenting people, no one gets angry, no one can get angry at being told you have a very broad shoulders. Good man. So I don't know. I can't remember any of the compliments, but I remember it being very wholesome, and it's like that kind of thing's fine. But when it's like, I'm gonna run up to this guy and scream in his face, it's just like, oh, I hope he punches you. You're confusing this pumpkin-headed woman and Papa Gruff and his wife. Am I? I thought. Oh, maybe I am. I thought the pumpkin didn't last year. The pumpkin-headed woman turn us into different Final Fantasy XIV characters. Because I remember I got to turn into Hildebrand for a bit. It pressed him running from or after Wee Man. That's harmless. Yes. Pumpkin Lady is your friend. Yeah. Yeah. The Papa Gruff. Wasn't Papa Gruff the guy who was trying to, like, entice people to eat them? Yeah, Papa Gruff were the bad guys. I remember them. This is my third Halloween event now. It is you. I knew your arrival was inevitable. Any who once indulge in the reverie of All Saints' Week cannot resist a chance to relive their experience. You're scaring people. Oh, such eagerness. We are ever in need of willing hands to help with the festivities. Preferably with bodies still attached. Of course, I understand you have been tasked with bringing to light any iniquity on my part, but you know from experience that I am perfectly harmless, so you are free to conduct your little investigation if it pleases you. Together, I believe we can make this All Saints' Wake into one that will be remembered for moons to come. Yet before we begin, allow me to illuminate the history of this event and our intentions here. I actually do have a pumpkin costume. I don't know if I've still got it in my quick slot. On this most unhallowed of nights, the saints revel in their palatial heavens. Yeah, let's go with that. And as their judgmental eyes become leaden from drink, the impure are free to feast and frolic without fear of punishment. In ages past, the common folk would rule the coming of this night and cower in their homes. That is, until the adventurers took it upon themselves to rid the streets of evil, thus turning the event into a celebration of your collective bravery. A joyous happening, to be sure, but what of the goblin, the ghost, and the gremlin? And unfortunately, there are many monstrous sorts who yet consider this a night to spread fear like the plague. And so it struck me, what if All Saints' Wake could be an occasion for celebration among mortal and monster alike? I believe there is room for light in even the darkest of hearts. Unfortunately, you're 10 days late for it, so... Which brings me to the question of your involvement. I would have you aid a minion of mine named Papa Gruff in facilitating an All Saints' Wake that will allow yours and mine to join hands in mutual merriment. Perhaps you know Papa Gruff. He was once a void sent so depraved that his kin spoke of him only in hushed whispers, but I have since shackled, or rather politely reasoned with him to commit devilry no more. Okay, I'll put on my pumpkin costume when I'm out of this cutscene. Knowing of his formidable magical prowess, I have set him to work under these guiding words, frighten enough to tickle, but not scar. Fear not be an unpleasant experience, and Papa Gruff is doing his utmost to strike that delicate balance between felicity and fright, not with much success, as I understand. I'd love to proffer him advice myself, but I believe one such as you would know better what appeals to the mortals of this city. Might you give our beleaguered Papa Gruff a few words of advice? Yeah, leave it to me. Yeah, thank you truly. He should be putting on a performance near the Leatherworkers Guild at present. Assuming he has yet to be chased from Gridania's borders, please speak with him and give him my encouragement. I'm a pumpkin. A sexy pumpkin lady. I mean, I assume. Do I still have my Pumpkin King costume? I do not. Hang on, I can go and make one real quick. I mean, I got my Christmas costume. Did I not even keep the clown costume from last year? I guess not. Okay, that's fine. I can fix this. I can go and put on a pumpkin head. think I'm allowed to use the inn here. One was the body of Sentai. I think they have a pumpkin. I think they have like a whole costume. This is the Serpents Guild. This is not where I wanted to go. I don't know Gridania as well as I know some of the other places. Oh, no, it's this way. I thought I was facing the other way. I redeemed the thingy dog is what I'm getting at. Okay, well, alright, fine. I can wear a Sentai costume with a Power Ranger. Oh, it's Morphin time. I see. That's... Okay, I thought when you said it was Morphin time, you just wanted me to put on the pumpkin costume. I mean, I can put on the Sentai costume, that's no problem. I even dyed it, so it's now shiny. Like, I bought some red shiny dye off the store. So it's now... you can't really tell on the PS5 version. I reckon it probably looks better on PC. I might still put the pumpkin mask on anyway. Now that I've gone to the effort. I'll take this off when I'm done. Where's my pumpkin? There you go. It's so bad. But I'm now a Halloween Sentai Ranger. If it didn't mean losing the... Oh, actually, hang on. I can do this. This will be worth it. This will be worth it, trust me. I mean, oh, actually, it might not be worth it. Oh, she does have gold. Okay, no, never mind. I was gonna dye. I was gonna make an orange version to match the pumpkin, but I don't have any orange dye, and I don't even know where the dye seller is in Gridania. So we'll make do with shiny red. It's fine. For an off-the-cuff costume change, it'll do. I was very tempted, but I resisted because I feel like it's going to be one of those things where this is not where I need to be. Where it's going to be one of those things where I think it's funny, and after like 15 minutes, it stops being funny, and then, but I bought it, so I feel like I have to justify keep using it. I was gonna buy that Fashion Dreamer game for the Switch. Because I have no sense. My fashion sense is incredibly gaudy at the best of times, and boring and uninteresting at the worst of times. So I thought it'd be funny to play a fashion game, but then I just sort of realised I don't actually know whether that would be interesting. It's like a 35 quid game for. Yeah, like one joke, and I just was like, probably not. Maybe if it gets cheap, I might pick it up. There's a villain in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that threw pumpkins at people in control them, so you're in theme. Excellent. I'm supposed to be the good guy, though. I'm supposed to be stopping Papa Gruff here. I do have this clown costume as well. That was the reward last year. You're that meddlesome adventurer. Rather, I see tidings of my humble performance have reached even your ears, good sir. Please honour me with your presence as my guest of honour. Without further ado, I shall summon a foul, fell beast before your very eyes. I only hope you brought a change of small clothes. A monster? It'll take more than a magician's cantrip to scare me. Look here, my dear thrill-seekers. Here lies an ordinary pumpkin. Or is it? Take care not to blink, for any moment of distraction may well be your last. Grr. Terrifying. Oh, the terror! Those bloodthirsty eyes, those razor-sharp fangs. Flee if you dare, but this hellhound will chase you to the ends of the earth to have its 1 ounce of flesh. And I would know, considering the scars of its wrath upon my backside. Imagine each and every pumpkin adorning this festivity transformed into such a thing. Why, dread would prey upon Gridania to the last ilm if I made it so. A veritable banquet of chaos. I guess he doesn't like dogs. My fashion sense is impeccable. Bird head on any outfit. I mean, to be honest, it's a good look. It works for you. Ha ha ha. Bloody brilliant. You drew us in all that talk of monsters, only to dash your expectations with an adorable pup. I admit some confusion at first, but now I see you are a clown among clowns. Anyway, bye. Not a single blood-curdling scream. But a smile is not a complete failure, I suppose. Papagruff is a void sender, flying imp of sorts, and he was defeated by this puppy once a few years back. Oh, okay. I wonder if that was one of the ones I didn't play. Or was it maybe was it with the? Because I think I do have this dog. I can't remember. They're a year apart each time, and my memories. I can't remember characters that appeared the previous week. My pumpkin-headed master asked you to help me. Well, allow me to peel back the curtain, as they say. Considering our previous acquaintance, this hardly bears repeating, but my true form is that of a void scent. No, not even a grimace. Well, I suppose it would be inconvenient if you ran away screaming after every sideways glance in my direction. Now for the matter of this furry abomination. Frightened enough to tickle, but not scar, is the agreement that binds me to my master. I don't need to be told twice that summoning any of my kind would be in gross violation of that covenant. So remembering the deceptively winsome countenance of this vicious hellhound, I thought it would strike the perfect balance between horrifying and heartwarming. That is, until a child at an earlier show burst into tears at the pup's appearance. I've seen a man react with a hearty laugh to the exact same dog, with nary a trace of fear in his voice. The difference is vexing. Tell me, is a puppy something to be feared or cuddled? Feared by children and cuddled by adults, but sometimes the opposite. Yeah. Do you jest? You mean to say your kind's definition of terror differs from person to person? Yeah, some people are afraid of buttons. I mean, to be honest, some people would just be afraid of you as is. I admit that does explain the sheer contrast in reactions I've observed so far. And it does place me between a rock and a hellish, soul-rending place. If my task was simply a matter of bringing people to fearful tears, the ground beneath you would already be soaked through. How in the hell's good name does one frighten to tickle? blood bugs in Fallout 4. Was that it for you, is it? I remember blood bugs. Were they the flying ones? Ah, but you with your delicate sensibilities can teach me to mix dread and delight into a charmingly chilling concoction. Let us begin at once. I'm not massive on spiders, but I could probably be alright with a spider. Oh, the giant mosquitoes. Yeah, I don't like little mosquitoes. I think any kind of insect with heft to it. You know, if any kind of insect that's big enough where if you step on it, you can feel it give. I'm not a big fan of that. That's always... Like, I don't think I'd like cockroaches. Fortunately, we don't really get cockroaches in the UK, but you can get them. Although I think European cockroaches are a bit smaller than American cockroaches. And Japanese cockroaches. They're quite big. Let's get right to it. First, we need to find people to scare, but not scar. Your kind seems to gravitate towards the pumpkins we place throughout the city, which creates the perfect opportunity for mild mischief. One of our displays should be just over this hill, and another is near the Lancers Guild. Your job is to tell me what to transform the pumpkins into once we find suitable test subjects. Let's see how well you tickle. Photographer is now accompanying you. Keep me aside in order to proceed with the quest objectives. You can leave photographs behind by entering a different area. Where's the... There it is. Hello, off-duty sergeant. An All Saints' Wake performance. Very well, but I face slithering monsters almost daily, so it takes something quite fantastic to make me flinch. Is that a tin of baked beans you've got there? No! Oh, I could make him flinch so hard his heart would burst in his chest. But that's neither here nor there. What type of ghoul would be suitable? A small, uncanny thing. It seems better than the Twin Adders have seen all the hordes of the 12th Sword. That's something more stimulating is in order. Oh, okay. Give him the ghastliest ghoul you can muster there. Strauss, I'm not reading that one out. If you're gonna write comments in uwu, I'm not gonna read them out. Well, if you say so, allow me to oblige. Egads! That gave me quite a fright. And if I never faced such a monstrosity on one of my patrols. Else my final act might be to store my breeches. Well played, well played. Just 2 thumbs up. Oh, if there's ever a 2 thumbs up emote, I really want to get it. Do we run all the way over there? Yeah, we do, okay. Goes to the Sinzawa drop this goddamn Uwu Speak Halloween song. I can't do Halloween. Is that a new song that she's done since she... I thought Sinzawa wasn't doing Sinzawa stuff anymore. Years ago, okay. I was gonna say. I mean, not that she's doing a whole lot of the stuff she's doing now, but... nice to see her when she does. Cowering boy. do not. I don't mind. I mean, you can talk in uwu speak all you want in chat. I'm not reading it out though. Those decorations are so scary. You're not here to trick me, are you? This one is ripe for the picking. Yeah. Forget I said anything. So, what type of ghoul do you suggest? Yeah, let's go say, Papagruff. I know that you want to eat this child, but it does make you sound like a paedophile when you just euphemize like that out loud. Something spoopy. If you really think so. Also, I don't know if just adding ussy to the end of every word is uwu. That's more like that's just like bossy back in. Huh? You know, when you look at it, it's actually kind of cute. A puff of smoke was a little scary, though. I think I'm beginning to understand. If a fright doesn't kill your kind, it can actually be somewhat pleasant. I believe I'm ready to take the proverbial stab at it. Come, come. There should be more pumpkins around up Kalu Falls. This way. Run faster, clown. This does actually, like, if you saw like a Sentai Pumpkin Man running with a clown chasing after him through the streets, you would think that you were in a horror movie, or you were observing someone else in a horror movie. Don't tell me you're supposed to send a chill down my spine. Clowns are for babies. For babies, are they? I'll make this last wish she was back in her mother's womb. You there, little girl, look well upon this pumpkin. I shall turn it into your greatest fear. It's just... what does the inadequacy look like? Ah, a monster! It's not that scary. It's just a flying egg thing. Oh, what impressive magic! My heart won't stop pounding. Dad and Ma will have the fright of their life when I tell them I saw a real honest-to-God's monster. I can't wait to tell them. Oh, I think twice before I insult a clown again. Thank you for the thrills. Oh, it's been Papagruff character development. Did she say thank you? I scared her near out of her shoes and she thanks me. Can't say I've experienced that before. I guess I even enjoyed it. Yes. Now's the time to capitalize upon this newfound tickling skill of mine. Let us visit the display near the Whistling Millionette. Again, you've really got to be careful with the way you word things, Scruff. Like, I know you're fine, but like, you're not doing clowns any favours right now. There's a ghost known to cast curse on people. Oh, so like every ghost Pokemon. I love ghost Pokemon Pokedex entries. They're great. It's like, oh yeah, this is a ghost. Yeah, it's shaped like a trifle, and it will consume your soul and wear your face. But it jiggles when it uses tackle. Good day to you, young lady. Might you join me in celebrating the joyous occasion that is All Saints Week? Celebrate? That's the last thing on my mind. Please go and bother someone else with that ghoulish makeup. Oh my, aren't you in a fright? And not the good kind either. What happened, lass? Papagruff is here to help. You really help? Oh, I could certainly do worse than a clown. I've come from the Great Loon Growery. although fled from is probably more appropriate. I was tilling the fields like always, when I heard a frightful voice from behind me. I turned around to meet it and came face to face with the foulest monster I've ever seen. There's a man wearing a pumpkin head and a Sentai costume. When I regained my... Oh, there he is! When I regained my senses, I was here. My throat hoarse from screaming. No power in the realm could persuade me to return, not while the horror would have object. A monster? You haven't visited the brewery yet. What could it have been, do you think? We might have a real demon on our hands. Well, that looks scary, but that's something you want to meet face to face. Those are the ones that trick you, like the rabbit from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. You may very well be right. Those illusions I summoned are no more capable of free movement than the pumpkins they sprang from. Yes, no doubt they're a void scent running amok. Or it could be someone else in costume. Here I am, tying myself in knots trying to learn the subtleties of spookery, while some uncouth brute goes rampaging through the Twelfthwood with nary a thought towards artistry. If we forgive such behaviour, our efforts to find glee and terror will have been for naught. Tremble and fear no longer, lass. We shall investigate the matter. Truly? Oh, you're the first people to believe my claims of more than seasonal mischief. Oh, I knew Father was wrong when he said all clowns were villains. Thank you. Oh, I mean, I do eat people, so he's not wrong. Again, those words ring strangely in my ears, but it's not an entirely unpleasant sensation. I know this wasn't why you were sent to assist me, but there's no telling how many of my kind we may find. A single void, a clown, can only achieve so much, so would you lend me your aid in case the situation gets undesirably bloody? Yeah. Thank you. Look at me, expressing gratitude, and one of your kind, no less. Well, no matter, let's depart to the Great Lungarori and settle this. Ghost Pokemon kills children, uses their mangled corpses as a shell. Puppet walks them around like a puppet. Its cries are the mangled voices of the child calling out for its parents. Just it's the child's final words as the ghost took it. It's number 722 on the Pokédex, and it evolves at level 22. This is a shiny one. I love just the distance in the Pokemon world between, like, this is an abomination. It evolves with when you trade it holding a shiny stone. Turns out the true monsters were us all along. No. The ghost Pokemon were the real monsters, and the evil clown. I don't think you've been paying attention at all. Yeah, just last year Pepper Gruff kidnapped a bunch of kids to eat them. Exactly, yeah. He's, you know, we stopped him. He's kind of reformed, but our roguish quarry is close, doubtless lying in wait somewhere to catch us unawares. Once they show themselves, don't indulge them with anything but a face of stony indifference. Boo. 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 Gruff, I think I may have found it. Oh, come on. As I thought, a fellow Voidsent. And what, pray tell, are you doing here? A brother of the Void. Then you know why I'm here, for the Night of Devilry. Once we were free to carouse, creep and caper, guided by the great pumpkin-headed archfiend. For too long we have been denied our demonic rights, and it is I who shall reinstate our grandest event. Yes, the age of the Great Gorge shall give way to the era of the Great Pot. Ooh. I could be down with some Great Pot. What you got? Even now my allies lie in wait throughout this city, ready to usher in the night of devilry. You must join us, brother. Join us as we rise again. Here, take a baggie. No. What? Why? Even if I wanted to, my covenant prevents me from engaging in the wanton violence you propose. Regardless, I have no desire to join you for some cheap jaunt through the city with only a few startled mortals to show for it. Such indelicate devilry would only result in our swift and total annihilation. Spoken like a true coward. Don't tell me you're frightened of some sharpened sticks and clumsy clubs. Oh, but I am frightened. You too would be, had you tasted the full brunt of my master's fury. Perhaps you may yet if you continue to insist upon this foolish course. I have learned how to blend in with the people here and extract terror in such a way that does not tempt retaliation. Your plan would bring but a single night of debauchery. Learn how to cohabit, however, and our collective reverie can last forevermore. Traitor, and my minions and I will devour you and your bland bread loaf of a friend. Hey! Hehehe. That head, the great God. What am I, chopped liver? Naughty children ill deserve to join in the festivities. They should be happy as decorations to serve as an example for any who would follow in their footsteps. My lady, how pleasant it is to see you. Dare I ask why you grace us with your presence? I caught wind of a void scent disturbance and came here to investigate. When I heard your voices, I knew something was afoot. I must say I'm quite pleased that you see the merit in my approach to All Saints' Wake. Yet something must be done about the other beasts that have crept into this city. Let us give them the same treatment to continue enjoying this unhallowed season on our own terms. True terror, I claim taxes for every item we've ever gotten since arriving at the realms. No, not VAT again! God damn it, every single time! It looks so cheap when you buy it on the internet and then you get the VAT added on when they import it, and BAM! You might as well have just got it off Amazon. With your help, rounding up our reckless kin should prove to be a simple matter. Let us make this All Saints' Wake an occasion to remember for those who dwell in the light and shadow alike. If you sight any errant ghouls, perform the spell I demonstrated earlier. In so doing, we shall convince the residents of Gridania that the source of their supposed nightmares was naught but a cluster of mundane pumpkins. This wand possesses the transformative power you require. Simply swing it about in a grandiose manner and point it at your target. Once the charms have been cast, I shall collect the pumpkins. I understand they're quite delicious when baked in a pie. Do I actually have to do it, or is it just... Bye. I've learned the emote All Saints Charm. Oh, Papagriff does actually have another... I mean, I guess we'll finish the quest even though I've got the item. Oh, do I not have to learn it? Just when I was getting the hang of being the life of the party instead of the death of it, Let's wrap this up quickly, lest this year's All Saints Wake be remembered as a disaster. I sense something sinister lurking deeper in these fields. As well as a trail heading to the east, perhaps towards the market or the Lancers Guild. Splitting up will be the easiest way to end this quickly. Let's go to the botanist from earlier back here and deal with whatever still haunts the girl. I shall use the opportunity to convince her that what she witnessed before was nothing but an overzealous pumpkin. I should put her heart at ease. I will leave the rest of Gridania to you. Once the Voids have been verily vegetated, meet me at Minketo's amphitheater so we can deliver my master news of our success. Now let the show begin! I don't know why I gave the clown man such a dashing voice. It's mostly because my nose is a bit clogged, so I can't do any like high-pitched voices. Alright, so I guess I just... Pumpkin. Yum. That's right, I'm a Maho Shonen. A pumpkin? Wait, this is all part of the All Saints Wake festivities, isn't it? Yeah. I must say, that made my heart skip a beat. If this is what adorns the streets, I cannot wait to see what the main stage has in store. I just punted into the river. Maho Capo. What's Capo mean? Maho Toku Sentai. Oh, pumpkin. Okay, yeah, I'll go with Maho Cabo. Maho Cabo Kyun! Wow, you're a magical pumpkin man. What can you do? I just turn things into pumpkins. That's it. What? It was just a pumpkin? I knew the wood whalers wouldn't let such wicked things into the city. I've never seen such a feat of illusion before. If the rest of All Saints Wake is as entertaining, I'd best go and find the main event. I mean, depending on how long it lasts, turning someone into a pumpkin is, you know, a pretty powerful spell. It's like, it's the only thing I can do, but there's no defense against it. Like, every person, I can just turn anyone into a pumpkin. And then I can just, like, beat the shit out of the pumpkin with, like, a stick. Like, once you're a pumpkin, there's really nothing for it. Huh? What? It was a pumpkin the whole time. I can't believe I fell for that. Now that I know it's just a trick, I'd like to see it again. Yeah. I'm gonna turn you into a pumpkin. You've turned all the prowling voids into harmless pumpkins. Papa Gruff awaits has been kept out of there to hear tidings of success. I just look at this wand and just go, do you reckon this... I mean, I'm about to go into a war with the Empire. Do you think... Does this work on people? I just find Nero and I just use my magic wand on him. He's just like, what the fuck? New range class borders. You turn everything to pumpkins. Yeah. It's every single one, every combination of moves. Just, it's all, there's, you know, you've got an entire toolbar full of abilities, but they all just turn things into pumpkins. It's both broken and not at the same time. If there's any monsters that are already... If you fight a pumpkin monster, you're stuffed. You can't do anything against it. It's your one weakness. There you are. I took care of the void sense still haunting the Great Lone Brewery. Did your hunt go as smoothly? Yeah. Nah. Good, good. Now I can safely say that the only frights in store for the citizens of Gridania are the decidedly entertaining variety. I took the liberty of gathering the pumpkins you created. Their punishment will not be eternal, but they can stand to remain in their current form for the duration of the festivities. It is the least they can do in repentance. There you are, my fearless clown. Thank you for reassuring me. I worried I might have to retire from my position as the Great Lone Brewery and seek less haunted climates. As the master of the Botanist Guild, allow me to extend my personal thanks for helping my gifted pupil avoid such a decision. It would have been a grievous loss for us all of us. No, there's no trouble at all. In fact, I should thank you for being such an exemplary audience. A true entertainer brings his all to every stage, be it a grand amphitheatre or cozy vegetable patch. I only hope you were half as thrilled as I was. That scary, whatever that was, looks so real. I never could have guessed it was just a garden variety pumpkin. Truly, I feel privileged to have seen a master of illusion at his craft. As do I. Would that I would every day were so filled with surprises. As a token of our thanks, we made some pumpkin cookies from our most recent crop. Please enjoy them in good health. You can buy the pumpkin eating cookie emote from the store for like £5, because you didn't get it last year. I do believe I can get used to this being thanked thing. Since you've gone through the trouble, I'd best eat them before they've cooled. To my good health. This is delicious! But it gives me terrible gas. No, I got the cookie. But if you didn't get the cookie, you can now buy it in the store, is what I meant. This flavour, I've never tasted anything like it. The cookie's ether is tinged with something I can't quite pin down. It's bold, but not overpowering. Is this the taste of gratitude? Oh, how much of my life have I wasted only supping on terror, when all along a whole world of flavours was left neglected. It's like, no, it's just pumpkin spice. You can get a latte from Starbucks. And it's like, ah, excellent, I shall become basic. Not entirely sure what you mean, but I shall consider your words a compliment nonetheless. These cookies are but a small token of my appreciation. I only wish I could have given more. You mean I could potentially receive more gifts? If frightened, performing my act will get me more baked delights, I'd better get to work straight away. This is shaping up to be quite the All Saints' Wake indeed. I could not have imagined a better day of celebration for all. Our success here is in no small part thanks to you. As I believe that Papa Gruff now has matters well in hand, I shall return to my manor. Pray visit if you are so inclined. Ah yes, before I forget, do apprise that troublesome investigator of what has transpired here. Maybe he will finally cast his prying eyes elsewhere. Hate to see you leave, but love to see you go. The kind of emo kid that sees Joker as a role model. I mean, if I was Batman, he would be my Joker. Hey, are you still green? You've still got your sort of Chocobo Tonberry hybrid look going on. I like it. What a fantastic yarn. Monsters plotting against monsters, all to make us happy. I admit I find your story hard to swallow, but I also see no reason why a fellow guild member would lie. Very well, I shall take your tale at face value and consider these to be glad tidings indeed. However, I cannot help but wonder if this was all an elaborate ruse. They knew we were watching them, and that may have compelled them to put on a show of charity. After all, a monster cannot change its skin overnight. I shall continue to keep a close eye on their activities from afar. I thank you for everything you've done, and hope against hope that the evil has been laid to rest. And that's another All Saints. Access to Sneaky Hollow. Speak with the usual usher at Minca's amphitheatre, escorted to the costume party. I won't bother, because I imagine it's exactly the same as it was last year. But, you know, fine. Is there a merchant this time, though? Yep, there's a vendor. Do you have anything extra to buy? Wall-mounted vampire bats. Sure. And a pumpkin. Yeah. I always buy these, just in case. Because they're so cheap. There you go. Chocoberry. Tombo. I mean, Chocoberry sounds like a cereal. There you go. I got my pumpkin cookie. Is this cannibalism? I don't know. But I like it. Alright, well that's the Halloween event done. To the Gold Saucer. You wanna go play some Fall Guys to try us? And Tombo sounds like the Lone Ranger's sidekick. Let me go do my scratch cards first of all. Always got to do my scratch cards. I'm way too sick for all that running around. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, that's no help. Dang it. I got a few MGB. I just remember there was a chocolate kart racing game. There was! And it was... It could have been... Like... It wasn't good, but they could have released it in a way that meant that it wouldn't have been terrible. And instead they just, like, really badly mismanaged. It was like a 40... Apart from the fact that it was a 40 quid game, that when you bought it, you still had to buy a battle pass for it. If you wanted to get, like... There was still, like, premium... If it was just a free-to-play game, it would have been... I think it would have been done a lot better, because then you would have had... Apart from... Because it was like a 40 quid game, people just stopped playing it. So then you couldn't get in races anymore. It was just so poorly managed. I'll keep my costume on for the Fall Guys event, why not? Excellent, the next show should be commencing any moment now. Eavesdropping, are we? How very quaint. If you must know, I was soon be making for Blunderville, that I might spectate a few rounds of organised chaos. You have heard of it, yes? No? It shouldn't come as any surprise, but the Gold Saucer is once again designed to deign to dream bigger. They now offer a host of precarious obstacle courses, which they refer to as shows, and lavish prizes to those who participate. If you prefer something more thrilling than cards and cackpots, how dare you! There's no such thing more thrilling than cards or gambling. Cards and cackpots are the two things that I come to the Gold Saucer to do. Perhaps you might find it to your liking. Speak with a curiously dressed man named Y. Y. Yes, Y. And he shall guide you to Blunderville Square. I love that it's got the Fall Guys music on there. Where's Y? Wonder Square. Wonder Square is... I don't know. I'll just use teleporter. Need 100 victories to get the title. Yeah, I saw there's someone I follow on Twitter who posts Kayako, I think her name is. She posts the requirements for the dress-up challenge each week. So I follow them to get that. They're trying to do it at the moment. I think they're on like 56 or 60 wins. I'm not. So I don't care about the title. I just want to get the cosmetics. Greetings! Ready to stumble on into Blunderville Square? Yeah. I like regular Fall Guys well enough, so... And the summer event, the last year, showed that, you know, the platforming in this game is excellent. Gonna get myself a little Fall Guy minion. Final Fantasy does choose some interesting collaborations. Like Dragon Quest, makes sense. The Yokai Watch one, fine. And then Fall Guys. And they've partnered up with Pizza Hut a bunch of times as well. Which is annoying because they only ever do it with the American Pizza Hut. And I really want the pizza remote. Welcome to Blunderville Square, the Gold Source's second rounder square. I am known as the Beankeep, and it is my duty to guide newcome challengers to their premiere show. By that glimmer in your eyes, I take it this is your first visit. As I thought. Never fear, however, for I shall explain it all. I shall explain all. Blunderville is a set of Battle Royale obstacles courses fit for up to 24 challengers. And you, my intrepid friend, look like our very next one. Challengers are tasked with overcoming 3 particularly tricky courses and must race ahead of the pack if they wish to qualify for further challenges. Whether you fall flat during the first round or find yourself among the final few, you are sure to win rewards aplenty. It occurs to me, there might not be enough people playing to actually do this at 12:30 at night, but we'll see what happens. Should you bumble and stumble your way to the last round, then you too have a chance of claiming the coveted crown. It can be quite a lot to take in, so I'll leave the finer details for later. In the meantime, have you any pressing questions, comments, concerns? What are those strange creatures wandering around? An excellent question indeed. Our diminutive friends here are known as the Beans. Their curious coloration and delightful charms inspired us to construct this very hall, and our shows, of course, with creative abandon. And then after creating this event, we then fired half the development team. Though we know not where they originated from, we but recently discovered these little ones wandering the gold saucer. Their round physiques are reminiscent of legumes, so we eventually came to call them the Beans. Be they void-sent or seedkin or something else entirely, they are adorably inquisitive creatures. You simply must hear them hoot and holler about the halls. I have no idea what they're attempting to say, mind you, but it all sounds quite precious. On the other hand, you might be surprised to learn that Master Godbert Mandeville, proprietor of the Gold Saucer, was the first to attempt communication with the Beans. I'm told they found his hearty laughter and muscular mannerisms most endearing. It is thanks to his efforts that we found out common ground with them, and in turn they grew comfortable enough to show off their unique proclivities, such as racing for every obstacle course that comes their way. They may be a tad clumsy, but the spirit of competition that lies within them is a force to be reckoned with. Master Mandeville was so moved by these displays, he immediately ordered the construction of this whimsical hall, that his new friends might have a place to frolic and play with others. Forgive me, was I rambling? Well, in any case, that, my good man, is how Blunderville came to be. you're more than welcome to take on our shows by yourself or with an entire alliance of companions if you wish. I'd take it on by myself then. If I'm allowed to. Once you've made your preparations, simply speak with the registrar. We'll escort you to our next show as soon as every competitor is accounted for. Okay, yeah, so I think I do have to wait for 24 people to sign up. Well, I guess we'll see whether there's enough people playing. I believe that we might get another Dragon Ball Breaker situation where I'm just queuing for the rest of the evening. I believe that covers the basics, but if you've any other burning questions about what you might encounter along the way, I would be pleased to assist you. I wish you luck out there, and may you rise above the rest. Custom HUD will display in Blundville. Should you wish to adjust the HUD settings? Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, what's this? Oh, I see. And then I just wait here for more people to show up. Oh, it's actually quite popular. Okay, cool. KFC also. Oh, did they? Yeah, this should be a permanent event. It might well be. I don't think when they announced it, they gave the impression it was going away. So. Enjoyed the Breakers Nerd Just Chatting stream. I mean, if I enjoyed it too, but I would have enjoyed it more if I had intended it to be a Just Chatting stream. But maybe I'll do some actual Just Chatting streams sometimes. I do have a bunch of Lego models I need to build. Ah! I'm so happy. They announced... so they announced they're making some Lego models based on some other characters. I think Knuckles, Shadow, and Rouge. And they announced the Shadow set is Shadow with his motorbike from Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm so happy because I'm going to get it, and then I'm going to give him handguns. Because I don't think he comes with handguns normally. Fall Guys event ongoing until 31st December. Oh, it's only until Christmas, is it? Oh, I thought... given the amount of effort they've put into this, I thought it was going to be permanent. Interesting, okay. Well, I'd best make sure I get all the cosmetics before the event ends then. Alright. Okay, didn't have any problems with queuing. I can't use... Oh, right. Okay then. Didn't seem to affect me. Woo! That's it. Oh, okay. Okay, it's interesting how they've replicated the Fall Guys kind of effects with Final Fantasy XIV style. Oh, my controls are... No! Oh, dang it. Ah, dang it. That's really hard to do. Because I can't just run in a straight line. This is so hard! God damn it. It's not like reverse controls, it's literally just random in which direction goes where. progress? Like, is there a way to avoid this? Nope. I don't think I'm gonna. I genuinely don't think I can succeed here. This is impossible. God. It just like beelines me at a 90-degree angle off the edge, and I can't do anything. No, fucking stop going in the holes! Every direction I push just sends me into the holes. I can't. There's no direction I can push which gets me to progress. I can't. This is impossible. What? How did I get so far? I just couldn't do anything. That was awful. Can I leave? Do I have to watch everyone else play? No direction shit is forward. That's all. I was hitting forward, but it was just sending me off to the side. And then I was trying to like recorrect, and it was just every direction I push would send me to the side. Like I couldn't go any other direction. I got some points. What can I do with 50 MGF? That's. Where's the prize claim? How many times do I need to fail before I can buy something? Okay, quite a few. Oh man, you get quite a bit. 350 for the pink bean and the penguin. And there's... I'm not so bothered about that. What I want... The ruby red dye is nice though. I mean, oh actually 150 for one? Maybe if I win it's better. And the gunmetal is quite good. I do want the winner's crown. And I guess the gentle bean stuff. But I want the crown because... Especially the glossy winner's crown. Because I think I can wear the crown with the armor, and when they add eyewear slots to when they add eyewear slots as a separate slot, I'll be able to wear my sunglasses and a crown, which I think will be pretty sweet. I thought that was going very well until I hit that stopping block, and I just could not figure it out. I mean, I'll try it again and hopefully get past it this time, but... I mean, because there's obviously a way past it. 14 other people did, but I'm also heartened to see that not everyone qualified, so... I mean, rather than hacking, surely the trick is just to play at like 3 in the morning when no one else is there and you're the only person, only like you and 4 other people, so it's really easy to win. Or I guess if you just get a guild, because you can play with like like if you just get 3 parties to all start at the same time, and then I guess you just take turns. Like one of you just qualifies for the first match and no one else does, and then you win. Anyway, I'm not interested in the title. I'd like to get some of the cosmetics and some of the prizes, but On the Australian server right now, someone queued and they were alone. See, I feel like that's the way to win. Because the timer goes... I mean, unless if there's only one of you, the timer goes down... Well, I mean, yeah, if there's one of you, does it just let you play on your own, and so long as you qualify, you win? Or does it just, like, restart the timer and just go not enough players? Because we've got 11 this time. Less than okay, so the MGP, the rewards are less if there's fewer people playing. So I wonder how many I get for failing the first time if there's a full 24 people. Maybe I get 100. You don't want the King Bean title. I'm okay with not having the King Bean title. Yes. I don't want to have to win 100 games of this. I don't like the real Fall Guys that much. Okay, I'm off to a cracking start. Oh man, that respawn is pretty bad. Okay. Come on! Do I just have to do that really quickly before that kicks in? Oh, you can't jump. Okay, I see how it works now, but you can't jump when the forced march turns on, so you can't, like... I'm fantastic at this. This is amazing. Yeah, I think the King Bean title may be beyond me. I mean, to be fair, this person's also struggling, so... I figured that part out. Now. Okay, spinning is more manageable than... Oh, but I can't... Okay, so spinning is like forced march. I can change the direction, but I can't stop spinning. I qualified! Woo-hoo! Hey, and the guy who was struggling with me qualified as well. Sorcery Siege. Carry the crystals to the correct locations. Stage will end when enough challengers have qualified. Wait, is this a team game? But there's 10 of us. This is just one of the teams is going to have an advantage. I see it. Just can't see anything, so just gonna let that one. Alright, I have one. Drop my crystal. Try it again. Blue. Okay, blue was kind of easy. Ignore that I dropped my crystal right at the start. That was fine. Booyah! Oh, you know, maybe the King Bean title isn't out of my reach. But ignore the fact that it's a lot easier to qualify when there's only a few of you, because the first round only one of you didn't qualify, and the second round only two of us don't qualify. But I still beat, like, most people. I mean, that's even assuming the last three people can do it in the next minute. I feel like a lot of this, though, really depends on how good your connection is. Because, like, if you've got even, like, a little bit of lag, you're going to really struggle with this. But that's also true of regular Fall Guys. I playing on the PS4 when it first came out. My internet was fine, but the game itself was laggy, and so I really struggled with it on the PS4. When it came out on Xbox, when it came out on like current gen consoles, it was fine. I am British. I mean, yeah. Do you know, as if I just as a massive walking stereotype that I am, I may well eat some beans on toast after this stream. I've got beans, I've got bread, I've got a hankering. I got cheese, I got salt and pepper, I got everything you need for it. I must have a nice gourmet beans on toast. Okay, Mandeville Mountain. I suck at this in the regular game, so let's see how this version compares. Oh wait, is that Yojimbo in the middle? Oh, the sorcerer guy who was struggling didn't. Oh, he was the little Lalafell. Yeah, not even close. I think I was literally at the furthest person. The person was furthest back there. I do appreciate the amount of effort they've gone into this to recreate Fall Guys, though. They're for the fact that if this is only a temporary event and it is only here for 2 months, that is a lot of effort to go into. Okay, well, considering they gave me reduced rewards for not having enough people, that wasn't so bad. What can I buy with 300? Can I get anything? can get the theme tune. Yeah, this sucks. Okay, a little bit more, and I can get the minion. Oh, I think I can get the crown. Oh, okay, we got a good, almost a full lobby this time. Yeah, the ones you got to be careful of, the ones wearing the hoodies, because you know they've played at least enough games to have at least unlocked the hoodie. But I think that guy's wearing the full clothes, like the trousers and the shoes. So you can't really tell how much anyone else has got. I don't see them wearing the crown though. So maybe the crown, maybe it's too gaudy for them, I don't know. Speaking of, I know British baked beans are different than American baked beans. Oh, is that true? Maybe that's why Americans think the baked beans is such a disgusting dish then. Because it's different. No, ours are, I want to say white beans, I think baked beans are made out of. I might be wrong. In a tomato sauce. I think it's white beans in baked beans. Alright, this is the one where I failed at last time. So. Can't use what understands affliction, okay. Well, other people are using it. American beans have pork and are sweeter. Well, we do have pork and beans, much like the Weezer song, but it's kind of a novelty one. Like they're not the standard baked beans are just beans. You can get them with pork sausages though, and Heinz beans do have a bit of sugar in them, but they're not that sugary. It's still considered a savoury meal. Like, overall. Okay. So far, so good. So this is the one that messed me up. Oh, I see how this works. Oh, okay. I understand now how this works. I just was not getting it. I didn't realize that the thing I thought the thing rotated all the time. Right. It's still very difficult, but I got it. Candy with baked beans and maple syrup. That sounds like something that you're just saying. That sounds fake. Like you're just saying that as a. Oh, God damn it! Like, oh yeah, we make our baked beans with beavers and maple syrup and mousse. I mean, that to be fair, that does sound quite nice. Oh, like, baked beans in... Oh, it's still difficult, though, because you got to go quickly. So you can't wait for the hand to turn around. And you got to get the timing right. I had a really good lead on this before I got to this bit. No. It's just it's ran towards the hole, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna go in the hole, and I can't. My jump isn't good enough to get over that. There we go. Jesus Christ. Okay. Whew. Tim Hortons. Dad sacrificed a moose to get it Tim's here. I've never had Tim Hortons. That's the ice cream place, right? Actually, we might have Tim Hortons here. I've maybe seen one at our local mall. A lot of raids have this confusion mechanic. Ah, well that would explain why I'm not familiar with it. Because the only raid I've done is Crystal Tower. I said Poutine 2 days ago. He was such a walking stereotype. I mean, like I said, I'm genuinely thinking about having some beans on toast after this. So not that I'm any better, but I'll have a bottle of water and some beans on toast, and then I'll go and stab someone. All great British pastimes. Tim is coffee and donuts. Oh, what's the ice cream one then I'm thinking of? Is there a Canadian ice cream place? Is Ben and Jerry's Canadian? No, that's American. Maybe it's not Ben and Jerry's I'm thinking of when I'm just thinking of it. Wait, did I lose my... Oh, I lost my freaking thing. I was alright in the middle this time. I think I hit the nice. Mistimed the blowback on that one. There we go. Now the yellow one. Oh, I gotta. There's one more person to. Ah, no! Damn you! Damn you! Alright, well. Dairy Queen, maybe? But that's American as well. Maybe I just thought that Tim Hortons was ice cream. I don't like coffee, so it's... But I do like donuts. So I can appreciate half of that. I had Tim Donuts for desserts after I ate my poutine. Very happy eating it, and then I wonder why I'm always sick. Yeah, that is. You want a little bit of roughage in there somewhere. Can you have poutine on a bed of salad? Okay, but I think. I'm not going to bother glamouring, I'm just going to equip it for the time being. Yeah! Look at that! I can wear my crown with my pompadour. And imagine this with my sunglasses on. Oh, I'm going to be a champion. This is going to be my default look. I'm going to look like Jughead. Dairy Queen 3 minutes away from me, there's open 24/7 all year. That is... Yeah, that is dangerous. When my friends used to live, they used to have a 24/7 Dunkin' Donuts drive-through. What's Dunkin' Donuts? No, Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme. We don't have Dunkin' Donuts. We might have Dunkin' Donuts. But it was Krispy Kreme. 24/7 drive-through. And I love my friends, but I always feel like self-conscious eating too much when I go and visit my friends. So I always eat, like, very little. Just kind of like, you know, what I consider like a socially acceptable amount. It's like, what I really want to do is stuff, this is my weekend, I want to just stuff my face full of junk food. But no, I will have a very, like, medium portion of whatever food you've got. And then I'll leave and I'll be like, I'm really hungry. I could drive home and eat something, drive 45 minutes home, then eat something when I'm home. Or I could buy some donuts and eat the donuts in the car while I drive. And you'd be surprised how often that option won. They also had a 24/7 McDonald's as well. So it was. Then both of them were on the way home, like 5 minutes out from their house. So both times it was just like, I mean, I'm driving on the motorway. It's normally like gone midnight, so there's not many cars around. You can eat an entire, like, McDonald's on the motorway pretty handily with one hand. There are healthier poutines. Yeah, but it's still curds and gravy on chips. Like, I feel like you still need, like, just maybe I'd get tomato. I can get ice cream in the dead of winter. Oh yeah, no, I'll eat ice cream all year round. I will eat more ice cream in the summer, but I will eat ice cream all year round. They started doing these. Do you guys have Clippos? You probably have them, but I think they might call them push pops. Where you guys in America, I think they're like frozen, and they're in like a tube that tapers at the end, and it's basically like it's an ice lolly. It's like a frozen wedge, and you squeeze the bottom to pop out the top. Push pops might be candy. These are kind of like frozen versions of that. I don't know if you've got an equivalent of that. But they started doing cola-flavored Clippos, and I am addicted to them. I buy 10 every time I do my shopping, because they're normally on like 2 for £4 or something. It's like, yeah, this will be my ice cream. This will be my post-dinner treat for the next 2 weeks. They're quite low calorie as well. This is just ice balls. Yeah, I'm just gonna have it. Dang it. Go in the direction that I need you to go in. I need to move slightly before it gets to where I need to go. I'm gonna let it swing back round and then go. I hate that one. There we go. Just slowly, I love not being rushed to eat my ice cream fast. Well, you gotta eat it. You gotta eat it slightly fast, otherwise it melts. But I don't know what you mean. I much prefer. I much prefer ice lollies. The Calippo ones have like their own containers, so when they melt, you just get like you can just drink it when you're done. I don't like the ice lollies on a stick very much because it's hot, and you eat it, then yeah, you just get sticky fingers, and you're constantly having to like lick the bottom of it to stop it from dripping on your hands, and you're on a time limit. Always good to have some kind of basin to catch it, like when you got like a 99. I mean, I think in America they're a Mr. Whippy. Yeah, we call them 99s here. I don't know why. I think they used to be 99p. They're not anymore. Sheets, a gas station with pizza food let you make a French fry plate. A big plate of fries tops anything. Moss sticks, chili barbecues, everything. I do like loaded fries. I mean, I feel like mozzarella sticks though is like a separate thing to loaded fries. That's just going, yeah, can I have a pizza and can you put jalapeno poppers on it and potato wedges? It's like, no, those are separate dishes. You can't have those as toppings. So I like to order from Poutine with some really good toppings like fried chicken nuggets. Again, I feel like nuggets and chicken are two different things. And you'll just put, to be fair, I haven't had this for a while, but there was a period where I was really into having macaroni cheese on chips. Which is just like starch on starch. It was very nice. I haven't had it for a very long time, but this is a new one. Oh, this is an elimination one. I mean, I guess there's something chasing us to make us move around. Yeah, someone fell off. My favorite is the Philly cheesesteak poutine. Okay, no, I do like a Philly cheesesteak, so that does sound quite nice. I had a Subway for lunch today, actually, as it happens. I had the steak and cheese. It's not quite a Philly cheesesteak. I think they might do a Philly cheesesteak like as a special thing. But they don't do it as normal. Steak and cheese is about the closest you get to a Philly cheesesteak, and yeah, it's very nice. But I understand Subway is a lot worse than America. To be fair, the bread in Subway recently got classified as not bread because it had too much sugar. I think that was okay. Oh, I was close to the top that time. I think I was third. People do that. I'm sure people do that. But I'm just saying, you probably shouldn't do that. I have started, as I've gotten older, like when I make a lasagna. I used to have my lasagna with chips, and I have started going, I should probably have this with a salad. I should probably have some roughage along, because it's a lot. It's pasta, it's meat, it's cheese, it's sauce. It's very nice, but this is not like nutritionally balanced. I should probably get something. Yeah, I should probably get some greens in there. That's when I had Subway. They did seafood subs like 2000s. That's a long time to not have Subways. Yeah, I feel like the Subway here is nice. This is the thing. It's like I hear a lot about American fast food, and by extension Canadian fast food, where it's like, oh yeah, this sucks, and I'm like, really? Because like people say, I always see Burger King listed really, really low down on people's lists in America for good fast food. I fucking love Burger King. I freaking love Burger King in the UK, but it is made with like 100% beef and it's properly flame grilled, and like the chips, McDonald's chip fries are better than Burger King fries, and McDonald's McNuggets are better than Burger King nuggets, but I would take a Whopper over a Big Mac any day of the week. It just tastes so much nicer. Whoppers are nice, don't get me wrong, I do like a Whopper. But I'd take a Big Mac, a Whopper over a Big... No. Yeah, Big Macs are nice, don't get me wrong. But I'd take a Whopper any day. But McDonald's I always see rated higher on American lists. So it's like, if I ever went to America, I think all I would eat is takeaway food and fast food, just so I could see how it compares. Because like, we have Taco Bell here, I don't think Taco Bell's very good. But I don't know whether it's because UK Taco Bell is bad, or whether because Taco Bell is bad. I have heard from people Americans that have come to the UK and tried UK Taco Bell, that it's okay though. So maybe UK Taco Bell is fine, and it's just I think Taco Bell is bad. I like Mexican food as well. I love burritos. I love tacos. I love a quesadilla. You know, I'll take all of that. I just think that Taco Bell is a bit sad. Firehouse Sub does better subs. They have an excellent sweet and spicy meatball. This is the other thing as well. I think in America, Subway restaurants, you probably have a lot more options than in the UK. We only have Subway, really. Like, Greg's kind of... Because it's mostly... If you go to a sandwich shop, it's mostly baguettes more than Subways. They don't... Not many places that do submarines, really. So I think that might be why I think just like... Well, like I said, it might be... fucking dicks. It might be a combination of the two. It might be the ingredients are nicer, or just, you know, British Subway is nicer. Or it's just that we don't have really many other options to compare it to. So, god damn it, just go right! Why is this so hard? I've not even got, like, a curse on me at the moment. I'm just... Oh, god damn it. I think, like, a little bit of it is... I'm so used to the physics in Fall Guys that I'm trying to compensate, and they're not there. Like, these little blocks don't have the same physics as they do in Fall Guys. That might just be code, I don't know. You guys are monsters, is that the reason? You're like, oh, I love Burger King, but I don't love the Burger King. If he was a burger president, I'd be all for it. I don't know why I did that accent instead of a French accent, but you know what I mean. Nothing's wrong with the baguette. It's just not a sub. I did that so well last time. I'm just saying, it's like we've got like other options for sandwiches. We have the Tesco meal deal, for example. We have Waitrose sandwiches if you want something. And you know, even Greg's does pretty fucking fuck. Even Greg's does some quite nice sandwiches. Although, I mean, why you go to Greg's and eat anything other than bacon? Come on! This is so... I did this so well last time, and now it's so hard. Come on! I feel like I'm like past it, and then I get hit by it. It's like, really? Oh, okay, I'm done. I can't do that. I'm done. Well. Nice soft Italian loaf. It gets too hard. Just microwave them slightly. You don't have to get like the really crispy baguettes. You can get a nice soft baguette. Burger Prime Minister just doesn't sound as good. Well, yeah, but what about a Burger Emperor? That sounds like I mean, That's setting a standard that's too high, though. I think if you call yourself the Burger Emperor. I like the Australian name for Burger King. I've eaten the Australian Burger King. It's Hungry Jack's. There's quite a lot of Jack's branded food in America, though. You got Jack's Pizza. I know you've got that. Do I have enough points for the hoodie? No. Oh, I'm 1 point off getting the sidekick as well. This is hard. I'd like to win at least once. But unfortunately, my ability is preventing me. That's unfortunate. I'm just gonna grab. Just top my water up real quick. I'll be in 2 minutes. Now I'm back. Ooh, almost a full lobby this time. That doesn't bode well for me, but... yeah, I'd eat a Hungry Jack's. But I want to try... There's a lot of American fast food I'd like to try, like Wendy's, and... that's it. Jack in the Box. That's another Jack-themed... fast food you guys have. I've heard Jack in the Box is quite good. Chick-fil-A I've heard a lot about. And there's another one. Food. I'm obviously they're going to make food too. Yeah, part of it is that I'm just hungry. I ate a big dinner, so I don't know why I'm hungry. I just am. I had a lovely chow mein for dinner tonight. Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A? There's better places than Hate Chicken. Oh, is that the one that's got the homophobic owner? I mean, I'd still like to try it just once, just to see, like... because it comes up in conversations. Just to try it. Same, but there is another one I'm thinking of. Chipotle. That's the one I was trying to think of. Chipotle is one that I hear people talk about quite a lot and is very, very good. I'd like to try Chipotle. And that's it. Jack in the Box, Wendy's, I mean Taco Bell, Burger King, McDonald's, just to sort of see how they compare. And then Chipotle. Maybe Domino's? Because again, I see people say that Domino's is like terrible, but I quite like UK Domino's. So I'd be interested to see how it compares. Yes, it is. That Chipotle is good, is it? Oh, yes, it is to the homophobe owner. Right, okay. But yes, Chipotle, I've heard very good things. There's a bit of a delay, so I'm just like... Which of the things am I saying that you're answering to now? I don't know why I struggle with this bit so much. Like, once I'm... Most of the rest of them are fine. Get past that one, but evidently not. Haha! Don't pumpkin me! I got my crown on now. Hey, so tasty gin. As a bisexual man, I would also like to try the homophobic chicken bun. That's what I mean. It's just once. Like I wouldn't make a you know a regular thing of it if it was like a local thing. But just as a tourist, Domino's is good with fun. I liked it, and I liked UK Domino's. I ordered UK Domino's all the time. It's like 50-50 between that or a local restaurant. But I just heard people say that Domino's, American Domino's is terrible. But I mean, it can't be terrible because it does very, very well. So I think it's just one of those things that people say is terrible, and it just means they don't like it. There's local blood place in Texas that can get enough of it. That's right. Very worth the effort. Is that? No, I'm thinking of something else. I recently watched a short of someone buying the worst and best donuts in America, and apparently the best donuts in America are in Texas. There's a there's like a donut shop in Texas that sells like it's like 12 donuts but in one giant donut, and it's apparently it's like the best donuts in America. I don't know where in Texas it is. Fall Guys looks weird here, yeah. But still, like, quite a lot like Fall Guys, isn't it? I wonder if the homophobia affects the flavour. Like, make the forbidden aspect of it. You're like, oh, this is morally wrong, but this is some good chicken. Oh, and I'd try American KFC as well. I really like British KFC, but I'd be interested just to see how it compares, because just to see how it compares. I feel like a lot of it is going to be down to just the where the meat's sourced from, because do you guys, like, for example, just as an example, do American McDonald's chicken nuggets, are they still made with the pink slurry? I know that was a thing, but do they still do that, or do they make it out of actual chicken breast these days? I just realised I haven't said anything for like 30 seconds. Okay. Got a little bit stunned. why I keep going on the same path. I don't really know if there's a... That one's dangerous. Oh! No, I qualified! I qualified! That counts! I succeeded just before I failed! We always talk about love as the secret ingredient, but what about the hate? I mean, it's gotta taste like something. Pink slurry. That was never a thing, it was Peter bullshit. Oh, was it? It worked on me, because I thought it was real. I thought it was, yeah, I thought they ground all the meat down and then just made it into the shapes. I would have loved to have tried pink slurry nuggets. This is the thing. Like, if it was Peter, propaganda, it had the exact opposite effect of me. I was like, yeah, I'll eat pureed chicken. Come on, I dodged that. Oh, you Jimbo Golf. Come on. I swear sometimes I just get hit by stuff that I'm nowhere near. Just because of the lag. So it's really hard sometimes to gauge whether you're safe or not. But I'm getting closer to that crown though. I can feel the dub within my reach. I'll keep playing until I'll play till 2. We'll play for another half an hour. That sounds reasonable. I mean, Peter has an 80% euthanasia rate as compared to other shouters who average 10 to 15. I have heard that. Yeah, I have heard that they are very bad at the actual like animal protection side of things. I'll go set this up as a cosmetic later, but booyah! Look at me. Hang on, maybe I should. Let me take the gloves off. Do I have any gloves that might look nice with? No, we'll go gloves off. We'll go gloves off. Let's go. I'm not like we fortunately don't have Peter in the UK. We have the RSPCA, who are actually like, as far as I know, like they're just like a normal level of animal protection. Like they're just like, you know, don't abuse animals or we'll prosecute you. But otherwise, you know, eat meat if you want. It's fine. Don't eat your pets. That's kind of all we really ask for. Don't abuse animals. Don't eat your pets. Unless, I mean, it's an apocalypse situation, but at which point, I feel like the RSPCA would probably stop functioning as an organisation. That's kind of the appropriate level, I feel like, for a animal charity. It would be better if I zoom out. Bad. Oh no. See, that absolutely should have hit me. And it didn't. This is what I mean. It's like, sometimes I absolutely am in the zone. Timing on that wrong. Run, 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 run. Oh, I think I can just beeline it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm getting better at that one. That one I'm pretty good at now. That argument of like, oh, you'd eat a cow, but you keep a dog as a pet. It's hypocritical. And it's like, I've had a rabbit as a pet, and I eat rabbit. It's like, I wouldn't eat my rabbit. That's the difference. Like, I'd eat dog, but I wouldn't eat my dog. Like, if I was in, you know, I'm not going to say a specific country, but if it's in a country where dog was on the menu, I'd eat it. It's not my dog. If I had a pet cow, I probably wouldn't eat it. It's, you know, it's a pretty simple rule. Don't eat your pets. Unless you're in an apocalypse situation. That's the caveat. Then you can eat your pets. Unless it's a cool, like, German Shepherd. In which case, you should keep it alongside you to help fight against vampires and or superheroes. I always remember the dog in Exile Saga. It was Menchi. It was their emergency food supply in case things got really dire. I cut that corner a little too tight. Well, at least I don't have to watch the rest of it, I believe. I love cows. I want to give them a hoof trim. Damn, I love a cheeseburger. Yeah, it's, you know, you can do both. You can love the animal and still love meat. Don't get me wrong. Ideally, we'll be in a situation within our lifetimes where we can just print meat out. Like, this is the thing. The thing I like about beef is not that a cow has died to make it. So if a cow could not die in order for me to eat beef, and I don't mean like corn or like bacon, you know, that kind of like stuff that's made out of soy and stuff. Like, I still want it to be made out of meat, but if they can grow it in a lab and just be like, here you go, we've grown a tube of steaks, and we just cut the steaks into, you know, steaks. And I couldn't tell that it wasn't from a cow, and it tasted like a cow, and it felt like it was from a cow, and it was meat, and it was flesh. I'd be fine with that. I don't care that a cow has. I don't care that it's grown in a lab. I don't care that a cow hasn't died to sate me. And it'd probably be way more environmentally friendly at the end. Imagine that TikTok guy in an Asian country eating chicken. He goes, "This chicken is really good. This is chicken, right?" The street food, and he goes, "Meow." See, again, I'd be fine with that. What I probably wouldn't eat if I was in a foreign country. I've seen people eat like monkey brains, and I'd probably be okay with eating monkey brains, but they serve it in the skull, and it's like, no, take it out the skull, make it into a lasagna or a spaghetti bolognese. If you made a spaghetti bolognese with monkey brains, I'd probably be fine. Best meat is usually meat that is treated well. Yeah, I want to try at least once in my life, like, just buy a nice, like, Wagyu. If I'm in Japan, just be like, okay, I'm gonna spend £100 on just going and getting a nice Wagyu steak just once. Again, just to try it. Like, it's not something I would order regularly if I was in the area, because I feel like there is some stuff, you know, like those I think it's in New York. They have like gold-plated cheeseburgers or something, and it's got like that gold film and stuff on it, and they're like $1,500. I would never buy that, even if I had the money. I would never buy that, because I just sort of feel like there's nothing that you could do to a piece of food to make it worth £1,500. Like, the only way I would spend £1,500 on a burger is if you'd made it out of a dinosaur. Like, if you had grown a dinosaur in a lab, Jurassic Park style, and then killed it and made it into a burger, I would spend £15. But if you've made it out of cow, there is nothing you can do to that cow to make it worth £1,500 or dollars or whatever. But £100, why not? You know, with some like lovely grass-fed, beer-fed Japanese cows that have been massaged and, you know, have lived a lovely life. They're all soft and lovely. Sure, just one, you know, £100 once. That's not gonna break the budget. If I'm on holiday, I've already spent a lot of money on holiday, so why not? Why not? Those edible gold flakes are so like stupid. Like, again, even if I could afford them, I just don't know why I would ever want to. Slow and steady moves this one. Cheat at the end there, but I didn't think I was going to make it. Oh, there's only one other person qualified. Well, I'm number 2, baby. Impossible burger as well. Oh, is that the one that's just like massive, or is that the expensive one? I've heard of an Impossible Burger. But isn't an Impossible Burger a Burger King thing? And they regrown mammoth meat in the lab recently. I think so, but they crossbred mammoth DNA with elephant DNA. Like I think they're very close on the cusp to like resurrecting a mammoth. And it's just like they just need to tweak the DNA enough so that they can actually get like a mammoth, impregnate an elephant with a mammoth, basically. And it won't be like a true mammoth, I guess. It would be kind of like, well, I don't know, maybe it will be. I don't know how cloning works. I mean, I understand the principle of how cloning works. Ah, do you know how, when they first did cloning, like in the 50s or something, do you know how they separated out the cells? I think it's the cells. This is a true thing, but I might be wrong on what it was they were separating out. They had to create a loop with a baby's hair, and they had to create a loop around the cell with a baby's hair to pull the cell out. Now I struggle to put a thread through a needle. I'll look up properly what it is once I finish this round, but I struggle to put a thread through a needle. That is very fiddly work. Trying to loop a baby's hair around a cell. You got to imagine that took them a while. Oh, come on. Come on, I'm out of the way. Ugh. The lag works in my favour sometimes, and then other times it just makes this so hard. No, come on, you fuck! I was off of that. Like, it's hitting me when I'm not anywhere near it. It's just, it's a crap. It's an absolute crap. See, I was nowhere near that. Ah, so frustrating. This has really captured the essence of the real one. Oh, come on! The blue one's the easiest one, but it's just because it's like slightly behind. Like, you see where I am and where it's pushing me. I'm nowhere near it. Dang it. That blue one was bullshit. I done that blue one so easily before, and that one was just... That one just fucked me. That's what we need to do then. Clone animals specifically for food. I'd be fully open for that. I mean, like I said, I think in our lifetime, it would be good if we could just get rid of farm animals altogether. And we just grew everything in a lab. Because it'd be a lot more environmentally friendly. It'd be a lot nicer to the animals, you know. It would put a lot of farmers out of work, but, you know, needs must. There are other things to grow, farmers. Just grow strawberries or something, I don't know. There's a video of a meat 3D printer that went around this year. Yeah! I feel like organ donation is going to be one of those things that just isn't a thing anymore very soon. Because we'll just be able to print organs which is great. Again, like... Like, not having to rely on organ donation and being able to just make a replacement organ or fix your organ, like, you don't have to have a heart valve from a pig. We'll just print you a new heart valve from your skin, and then there you go. And you don't have to have, you know, skin grafts. We'll just print your new skin and then graft it on. You don't have to worry about like organs rejecting, or you have to take like medicine. You don't have to beg your brother for a spare kidney. We'll just print you off a couple of new ones. It's the first step to immortality. There's a thing that they say that immortality is we're basically the first immortal person is alive now, because the technology will develop in such a way that we're able to prolong life long enough to keep someone alive now alive indefinitely. I mean, it'd be a very rich person who can afford that, I suppose, but cloning baby hair cell. Let's see if that's enough. Yeah, here we go. So, okay, in 1902, further back, Hans Spimann, first challenge was to figure out how to split the two cells of an embryo much stickier than sea urchin cells. Spimann fashioned a tiny noose from a strand of baby hair and tightened it between two cells of a salamander embryo until they separated. Each cell grew into an adult salamander. So there you go. That was the first cloning technique. They made a noose out of a baby's hair to split the embryo in half. That's very fiddly work. This is 1902. Like, they don't have machines or anything like that to do that for you. There's just a very frustrated guy in a lab squinting very, very hard and trying to keep his hands still. It would be better if I top down for this bit. Yeah, okay, that was insane. Slow and steady. Too much. Oh, now I'm fucked. Yeah, couldn't. You gotta really, like, get as close as you can to it. Better way to do it. I should still qualify. I am glad, because I was a little bit worried that you'd have to be good at this to actually get the cosmetics. So I am glad that isn't the case, and you can be terrible at this and just get it with enough attempts, which is actually again a good reflection of the real Fall Guys. It really would be more environmentally friendly. Crops create more pollution than animals. Well, I'm not saying crops. I'm saying print them in a lab. Well, those meat farms probably just grow crops instead. Well, I guess. I mean, they can't grow more than we need, otherwise, because they'll just go out of business. So. Who the fuck was the guy in the lab who went, "I want to clone a salamander. Let me go grab hair from my toddler"? I mean, I told you, his name was Herman Hans Speeman. I really like finding like weird science facts like that, where it's just like there's no way you'd ever be able to just make an educated guess to figure out that was what they did. Like, there are some things that you can make an educated guess about, and then there are other things where it's just like that is apparently a thing they never knew about. For example, all metal is radioactive because of as of the first hydrogen bomb test. So the first hydrogen bomb test threw traces amounts of radiation into the air that radiated all metal, to the point where, in order to make radiation detection devices for labs, they have to get metal from some. Oh, you fuck! Okay, I didn't get shunted because you can't push people in this, but it felt like I got shunted. I definitely just walked too close to the edge there, like an idiot. Or whatever. In order to make radiation detecting devices, you have to get metal from crashed planes that were sunk. In fact, there's a specific place, I think, off the north of Scotland. This is the thing, I'm terrible with science facts. I remember kind of like the broad details. Radiation metal from downed planes. This is probably good enough to get the thing. There you go, low background steel is what it's called. And they get it from these sunk ships that were, also known as pre-war steel, is any steel produced prior to the detonation of the first nuclear bombs in the 1940s and 50s. Typically sourced from ships, either as part of regular scrapping of shipwrecks and other steel artifacts of this era, it is often used for modern particle detectors because more modern steel is contaminated with traces of nuclear fallout. So they have to find down ships that sunk before the 1940s in order to get metal that is not radiated for these particle things. And it's just like there's no way you could ever guess that that was where they get the metal from. Like, it's insane. Science is great. I love science. But I'm so bad at remembering facts and figures that all of my science knowledge is just kind of like, I kind of vaguely remember this principle. You know, like, I sort of vaguely know how microwaves works, but if you ask me to tell you with, like, the correct usage of, like, protons and things like that, it wouldn't be. Radiation makes the atoms jiggle. I mean, that's broadly how it works. Oh, who was... I forget, who was the really big Final Fantasy IX fan? I know one of you was. But I mean, if you're gonna clone something, why not start with the salamander? Like that cat got all of the, like, not credit, I guess. Fame. That's the word I was thinking of. That cat got all the fame for being the first copied animal, but I don't think it was. Also, the thing that tickles me about when you clone something is you can clone it and it can be a 100% genetic copy, but it can still look different. Like the cat, when they cloned that cat, I think they called it CC for copycat. I think that was the name of the cloned cat. Oh no, I'm thinking of Dolly the sheep, actually, the sheep that was cloned. They got all the fame. But I think CC was cloned before. Anyway, they cloned it and it had completely different fur patterns. Because I remember it was on some comedy show and they were like, I think they didn't clone it and they just bought a cat and went, we've cloned this. But it's because cat, like, their, like, fur patterns are like our fingerprints. So even if it's genetically identical, it will still have random patterns. So if you need to get someone's fingerprint in order to get into their iPhone, unfortunately, cloning them will not work because they will have a random fingerprint. You do need to just obtain their hand. So kidnap is your only real option. Sorry to say. Okay, I have failed at this the last 2 times, so let's see what happens. Oh, that's not a great start, not a great start. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but... Hooray! That was less me succeeding and more other people failing. Which is fine, I'm happy with that kind of success. Oh, I just noticed the symbol for the final round is the fat chocobo head. Alright, it's 2 AM. This is going to be the last match, because they said I'd stop at 2. Actually, I should get enough I should have enough MGP for the shoes, so I should have the full costume. I just need to get the minions and some of the other bits. But yeah, we'll probably call it a night after this one. So this is the one. This is where I get the crown. This is where I get the dub. Watch me go. This is Dandy's time to shine. I'm not going to do this now. Yeah. The timing is like way off again on some of these things. I just can't. I just can't. Oh, I just imagine that's me there. Oh, I was really hoping I'd win one so I could put it as the thumbnail on the VOD. Maybe I'll get a win off stream. As long as I get a win before the VOD goes live on Sunday. Oh well. I can get my shoes. My gentle bean shoes. To complete the look. Look at me. This screams, you know that, let me, So little Lalafell, but I need to take a photo. Gonna just, Oh, I might take your minion for this photo. Pretend it's my own. I'm just gonna do the thumbnail now. Watch me. And I use my other emote that I got today. It's actually kind of fitting. But yeah, look at me with my trendy shoes and hoodie. I look like, you know, that Steve Buscemi with the skateboard going, "Hello, fellow children." That is what I scream of right now. That's my look. Maybe I'll get. I kind of want the star in the shot. Oh, maybe I'll just make do with the light from it, because it doesn't... Oh, wait, there you go. Hang on, if I get it... Oh, I might need to move myself over slightly. Because it's the glow from the wand kind of drowns out the bean's face. Is there one of these where it's on the left? Yeah, hang on, maybe we'll go over to that one. This is what I normally do before the stream starts, and it's why it's part of the reason. It's a contributing factor to why Final Fantasy streams are always so late, because I'm faffing around with this shit. I'm like, no, hang on, let me wait until the weather turns to daytime, and then I mean it'll mean delaying the stream by 20 minutes, but it'll look fantastic when I'm done. Make sure I'm grinning. That's important. Yeah, there we go. That's the shot. We got the little And I'm kind of zoomed out in it, but I suppose it's fine. We got the bean. I'm very particular. I don't like this shop, but whatever. I'll leave it on this. I'll figure something. I'll play around with this off stream. Yeah, that's Final Fantasy 14. We will, I promise, start Endwalker next week. I don't think there are any events coming out between now and Friday, but I had to do the Halloween event because it's ending on Monday, and I really wanted to try out the Fall Guys event, so we did that. We finished Jusan, which was fine, and yeah, we'll call it a night. I will be back tomorrow. I actually don't know what I want to stream tomorrow. I could carry on with the Wind Waker randomizer. Angle it so the bean is trying to grab the star. It's a solid idea if I could get higher. The problem is for a thumbnail, it's a bit zoomed out. That's the only problem. But I can, you know, it looks less like he's reaching for the star and more like he's charging up a key blast. And it's more like he's charging a one-handed Kamehameha, and I'm just using my wand alongside him. It's not a bad look, don't get me wrong. But I feel like I can do better. Yeah, we will start Endwalker because I've only got until April until Dawn Trail starts. So yeah, we need to finish Endwalker and the post-Endwalker main story quest in the next 4.5 months. This is doable, I think. I would also, and I still plan to do this, totally plan to do this, play Nier Automata and then do the Nier Automata raids. Of which there are like 3, I think, or 4? There's quite a few of them. So I'd like to get all of that out of the way before Dawn Trail comes out. That's the plan. And then we'll play Dawn Trail. But yeah. Fally Kai. Is that a Maho Shoujo thing again? Yeah, I don't know what to stream tomorrow. Like I said, I could continue the Wind Waker randomizer. Part of the reason. So sometimes I will stream something and I think, that did okay. And then I'll upload the VOD, and the VOD does really, really well. And then I think, oh, well, I guess maybe it's good. And yeah, Wind Waker was one of those ones where it did very, very well on the VOD to people. So yeah, I might stream some Wind Waker. We'll get Brock back as an AI companion. We haven't had Brock for a little while, and I will try and. Oh, we're doing a Kamehameha. Okay, that makes sense. Folly guy! Doesn't come across on text. It doesn't come across on text when I see now in now that you've explained the joke to me, it's hilarious. Good work. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. Because next Saturday, we'll be playing Mario RPG. I might do an all-day stream in that, because that comes out on Friday. And I've never played Mario RPG before, because it never came out in Europe. So I am excited to play it. I've heard very good things. People have said it's, you know, the greatest RPG that ever existed for many, many years. That and Chrono Trigger. I've played Chrono Trigger though. That was one of the first games I emulated, which again didn't come out in Europe. But Mario RPG, I never felt the need to. But you can play as Peach, so why would I not want to play as it? I'm so looking forward to just getting Peach. I think it takes a little while for you to unlock her though. But that'll be my first objective, just getting Peach, and then she's just going to be on my team. I don't care. I don't think she's actually that good. I think she's a healer, but there's like other characters who I think like Gino and the Marshmallow thing are considered better. I'm just going to have a team of Mario, Bowser, and Peach. I'm very basic, and I just want to put the characters that I recognize. It's like the reason I haven't played those Raving Rabbids games, you know, the ones that are like XCOM but with Raving Rabbids, Mario ones, Mario X Rabbids, is because you have to have a Rabbid character on your team, and it's like, can I not just have Mario, Luigi, and Peach on my team and just ignore the Rabbids exist? And it's like, no, you have to have a Rabbid character. And it's like, well, then I just won't play your game. If you're gonna be like that, fuck you. So, frankly. Robbie was French, we spell it Kamehameha. Oh, okay, you spell it with the accent. Okay, I didn't know that. Isn't it a Hawaiian word? Kamehameha. Weird. Been like 20 years since I watched Dragon Ball Z, I could remember it wrong. It could be like a fan dub situation. There's so many like fan dubs that I watched during the sort of 90s and 2000s that kind of shaped which Japanese words I know and which Japanese words I don't know. Like One Piece, I know the word Nakama from One Piece because the fan dub, the primary fan dub for the first 300 something episodes, refused to translate Nakama into an English word because they said, well, it's more than friend, but it's less than family member. And so we didn't think there was a suitable translation, so we're just going to keep it as Nakama. And then, like, every other translation since has just put crewmate. It's just like, this is you're my crewmate. And like to the point that live action uses that instead of Nakama, which isn't technically an exact translation, but is accurate enough. French anime dubs were doo-doo back there. English dubs were terrible. I remember the Bleach dub just again refused to translate anything. So again, I remember the Japanese names for some of the earlier like Bankais and things, like Senzon Sakura, I think it was called, or Senzon. It's been a while since I watched Bleach. The Byakuya's Bankai. I think it was Senzon Sakura. And then it's like, oh yeah, it's 1,000 Sakura petals. And I'm like, what's that? And it's like, that's this Bankai. And it's like, oh, that's the Right, okay. Everyone was talking about DBZ, but I hated it. Honestly, as a Dragon Ball Z fan, I absolutely understand if someone hates Dragon Ball. Well, I understand if someone hates Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball's great. You shouldn't hate Dragon Ball. But Dragon Ball Z, I can actually understand not liking it. I really like it. I at the time, it blew me away. And I still really like it. I'll happily play Dragon Ball Z games when they come out. I'll happily buy Dragon Ball Z merchandise and shit like that. But it is a hard recommend when someone says to me, "Is it worth watching Dragon Ball?" I'm always like, it's okay. Like, it's difficult to sort of say, like, look, if you're gonna watch an anime, there are so many better animes than Dragon Ball Z. I really like it's like being a Sonic fan. Like, I really like Sonic, but when someone says which Sonic game should they play, it's like, well, I mean, Mania's a good place to start. Like, Mania's fine. You can we've now got Mania as a kind of like, play Sonic Mania. That's kind of play the early games, then Sonic Mania. It's like play Dragon Ball, watch the Broly movie. If you're still interested after that, then you watch the rest of Dragon Ball Z. The manga's fine. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with the Dragon Ball manga, but it's the anime really that's the problem. Although the manga does still have some problems, like the fact Toriyama just makes shit up as he goes, and it's very clear that he just makes shit up as he goes sometimes. And Yeah, I'm not going to get into a rant about Dragon Ball. Anyway, like I said, I can absolutely understand not liking it. I really like it. I really like Vegeta. He's one of my favorite anime characters. Saiyaman influenced quite a lot of my like early character design choices. Like I will still go back to Saiyaman when it comes to certain design choices in characters if I'm making like an OC. Which I don't get to do as much unless, well, I suppose creative characters count as OCs, but I mostly just try and make myself. As you can see from my pompadoured. These are similar, quite similar to the clothes I wear in real life. I think this is pretty much it. I am a walking fashion disaster. That's about accurate, I think. Honestly, I would quite like it. I wouldn't wear it out, but I would wear it around the house. Just a nice, like, pink and blue hoodie with a crown on it like that. I'd be awkward to answer the door for the groceries, but... yeah, I'm sure they've seen worse. What was that send? Going on to a tangent. Yeah, we were talking about Dragon Ball because of a joke. I like One Piece's Oda said the reason why a lot of attacks only see once because he can't remember half the moves. Yeah, Oda forgets a lot as well. He kind of has a nice balance of like forgetting. He forgets the unimportant stuff and remembers the really important stuff. So like a character will mention something and then 900 chapters later it becomes relevant again, and it's like, oh, what foreshadowing. And you know he's just left a post-it note up that just says remember this thing. But then he creates attacks where he's like, oh yeah, Gum Gum Windmill. Yeah, that was an attack that Luffy used once against Arlong. Didn't really work very well. Almost killed him. But then again, Toriyama did that with Dragon Ball. Like, he forgot entire characters. Like, there's a character called Launch who just disappears in the second half of Dragon Ball because he forgot that she existed. Yeah, the world of anime is interesting, and like manga writing, because it's so much of it is influenced by popularity, like the public opinion, and by the editors as well, which I guess you probably do get in American comics as well. But with American comics, if they do something and it's bad, it's normally like, well, it's only like eight comics. It's like an 8-comic run. We can just say it's not canon and just get rid of it, and it's fine. Whereas in manga, it's like, this is our most popular series. You should create a rival character. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll create Krillin, which is true. Krillin was the result of Toriyama's editor saying create a rival character. Yeah, foreshadowing is great, especially when it's like really when you can tell that the editor is playing the long game, which again with Japanese manga, you know, a lot of them don't get the option to do anymore. Like there just aren't that many series that have as much like staying power as like One Piece and Naruto and Dragon Ball and stuff. Not that Naruto had very much in the way of foreshadowing. Honestly, Naruto, I do like Naruto, but a lot of it was just ass pull after ass pull. And it was just like the final boss was just some woman who they just mentioned right near the end of the plot. And it's just like, yeah, no, she's an alien. It's like, oh, okay. You know we've been setting up a villain for the entire manga. Could we not just have him be the final boss? No. No, fight this lady. She's a space alien. She invented chakra. So, oh, okay. Like One Piece is One Piece has like 5 different people who could be the final villain right now. They're really good at like setting people up as being the final villain. So it's just like I joked at saying 5. I think legitimately there are like 4 people I can think of who could be the final bad guy of One Piece. 3. I don't think that the Marine Admiral's really got a chance. Kaguya, yeah. That was the ass pull final boss of Naruto. And you know, spoilers for Naruto. It's been 10 years since Naruto came out, and yeah, it just came out of nowhere. It was just like, oh yeah, I've been just this tree that the Ten Tails made. Yeah, it's from an alien. And then Boruto really leaned hard into it, and it's like, oh yeah, now you're part alien, and 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 you're part alien. Oprah just came out and started making everyone part alien. I could ramble on endlessly about the different manga I like. I could probably just talk an entire stream on My Hero Academia. That show... I feel like the My Hero Academia was very similar to Naruto in a lot of ways, but insofar as it's the like first half of both of those is so good, and then it just... Both series have main character syndrome. Dragon Ball has this as well to a degree, but it's not as bad. Where they just go, well, the story is about the main character, so we need to focus on the main character, and all of the other characters kind of get sidelined. Like post time skip, all of the other like Konoha ninjas, like Rock Lee and Neji, and like they get their moments, but they get sidelined so hard in the second part of Naruto, and it's true of My Hero as well. Like again, I feel like he's a bit better with it in My Hero Academia, but they all the kids, they introduce all these kids, all these interesting powers, and then the story then just focuses really hard. I mean, again, it's not as bad. It's definitely better than Naruto, but they have definitely been sidelined. They've had like their little moments to shine in the war at the end, but. We get to watch any Boruto. I was really upset about Naruto ending. From what I understand, the Boruto anime is terrible because they didn't want to give up their slot because they've got like a prime time slot for Naruto. So they started the Boruto anime immediately after the Naruto anime finished, but the Boruto manga hadn't started, so they had to start the Boruto anime before the manga. So basically the first like 2 seasons of the anime are filler because the manga wasn't there for them to create anything to base anything on. And then because the manga's monthly, the anime still has to pad everything to all hell like One Piece does. What they should have done is they should have just stopped Naruto when Naruto ended, waited until Boruto was done, and then create a concise story that covers Boruto, and it would have been better. Because the Boruto manga is fine. It's not great. Like, some people really, really like it, but it's not great. That's my opinion. Some people think it does think it is great. It's unfair of me to say that it's not great. I don't think it's great. I think it's okay. I read it, and I do read a lot of rubbish, but I do read it. I do read a lot of isekai stuff, so me reading it isn't really an endorsement. But I like it enough to, you know, I'm invested enough in Naruto to find out the end of Boruto. The last couple of chapters, I will say, of Boruto have been quite good. It kind of meandered for a bit, and then it kind of found its footing. I've only seen season 1 of it, actually. Like I said, the first 3 seasons of My Hero Academia are really, really, really good. Ditto to that point in the manga as well. And then after that, it kind of drops off a bit. The problem is that it pivots the focus, because the whole point is it's supposed to be My Hero Academia. It's supposed to be my school where I learn to become a hero. And they do that where they have like these classes and courses and training courses and things like that, and they balance the school stuff with the sort of overarching plot quite nicely until about the end of season 3, and then the school stuff kind of takes a back seat. It's still there, it's still the sort of setting, but you just see less and less of them actually in the classroom and doing training courses and things. Again, it's still occasionally there, but it's just not it's just less and less the focus. And now, like, they're in like some big citywide war thing against the villain organization because they're in like the final huge climactic arc, and it's just been dragging on and on and on and on and on. I don't know why so many big shonen animes feel like they need to have like a huge... Like, I get it, you want to have your climactic arc to be your biggest yet, but so many of them just go for we're going to take all of our characters and smush them together in a big war arc. Bleach did it, Naruto did it, My Hero Academia is doing it. I really hope One Piece doesn't do it, but they probably will. But I trust Oda enough to at least make it work. But yeah, it's just... rename it My Hero Life, then. It is annoying, because the thing is, it's like, it was like, oh, this is My Hero Academia, and I thought it was going to be like all 3 years of the time spent in the school. They only made it through 2 terms, I think. I don't even think they're in their 2nd year. I think they're still in their 1st year of high school at My Hero at the school in My Hero Academia before they went into the final arc. And it's like, I thought we were going to get like a graduation. I thought we were going to go through all 3 years and the plot was going to be told over the course of the 3 years as the characters grew up and, you know, became heroes. And then the finale would be sort of maybe post-graduation or, you know, just before graduation. And then we'd have a graduation arc at the end. But no, they're in like their 3rd term, I think. I think it's in the spring of their 1st year that the war, or it might even be like during the spring break of at the end of their 1st year that they're currently doing their like big climactic arc. So it's not even, it's just My Hero Academia year 1. There's no year 2 and 3 because I'm pretty sure it ends after this, unless they, I don't know, he goes, oh no, I am going to do a 2nd year. It's going to be a completely different plot for years 2 and 3, which actually I'd be down with. I don't think that's going to happen, but that'd be kind of sick. It's still okay though. I will say it's still, like, for all the complaints I have about it, because I am still reading it. There is a sort of sunk cost fallacy level there, but it's still good. It's not as good as it was at the start. Anyway, that's the anime segment of today's stream. Very mainstream anime segment. Watch, I forgot what they called it in English. Hang on. Don't watch Shonen. Watch Frieren Beyond Journey's End. That is my anime recommendation. I will happily recommend Frieren all year because Frieren, the manga's amazing, and I've watched some clips of the anime, and it's not an action anime. It's a like melancholy Kino's Journey style sort of fantasy journey anime. But the action segments that they've done, I think it's Madhouse doing it. Oh, they are nice. So yeah, that's my anime recommendation. Don't watch Naruto. Don't watch My Hero Academia. Don't watch One Piece. But after you've watched Frieren. Mahotsukai no Yomi. Is that your recommendation? Mahotsukai no Yomi. Oh, The Ancient Magus' Bride. I read a bit of the manga of this. I think I read the first couple of chapters. I can't remember what if I dropped it. I'm remembering it for something. I'm confusing it with something else. Good, I assume, if you're recommending it. The Magister's Wife. Oh, that might be what they called it. Well, yeah, this is Wikipedia has it as the ancient Magus's bride. But yeah, similar sort of thing. I like it. I'll give it I'll give it a read. I don't really watch anime these days. I only read manga. But I will. Anime is easier to recommend. If you're going to read manga, I would recommend the manga of Freyren because it's further along and it's as good. But if you like anime, I recommend the anime of Freyren because it's currently airing. But I'll check out The Magus' Wife. I've seen it, like I said, I've seen it on around, so it must be quite good. The Apothecary. I'm not going to just recommend a bunch of stuff. I could sit here and just be like, The Apothecary Diaries. That's really good as well. And The Faraway Paladin. Watch that too. Like, I could recommend all of these things, but I'm not going to. But I will. But those are two really good series as well. I need to stop. It's 2:30. I mean, I'm not doing anything, but I need to stop. I'll be back tomorrow, maybe for Wind Waker. I might do something else. I tell you what I could do. I could do this as a Saturday stream, or I could do it as a. I don't know whether. I got Humble Monthly, and they announced the new games for this month's Humble Monthly. And yeah, Faraway Paladin's great. I prefer the manga to the anime because the anime is based on the light novel and the manga's based on the light novel, and I prefer the manga telling of it because he's not blonde in the anime. Anyway, no more anime talk. November Humble Monthly came out, and one of the games on that is WWE 2K3, which is the WWE game that came out in February this year. So it's this year's WWE game. I haven't played a WWE game in about 10 years, and apparently this one's actually okay, and it has like a proper story mode. So I was like, maybe I could, play that, make a wrestler in it. We could do. I think it's called The Lock is the name of the story, and it's kind of like a retelling of John Cena's, because he's the cover art character this time. It's kind of like a retelling of his story. I thought I could make myself a dandy create a character wrestler, and we could play through the create a character mode in the new WWE game, which I'd like to do. But I could do that tomorrow, or I could do that during the week. Maybe we'll do that. I'll see how I feel tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll play Wind Waker. So yeah, if I see you then, I'll see you then. WWS still yeah, it's apparently quite good. It actually has two story modes because there's one story mode for the male wrestlers and one story mode for the female wrestlers. So you can play both. And yeah, one of them's that you're following in your aunt's footsteps as a famous wrestler, and the other one is I think the premise of The Lock is that you've been brought in and you've been given this gimmick that you don't like, and you have to kind of earn your place, and try and separate yourself from the gimmick, which is basically what happened to John Cena. Because I don't know much about WWE, by the way, but I do know that when John Cena came in, he was brought in as like this squeaky clean Olympic wrestler, and then over time developed his whole you can't see me persona that he now has, which is a lot more popular than his squeaky clean Olympic wrestler persona that he had when he started. So yeah, I feel like that'd be fun for an afternoon, just to play a wrestling game. I haven't played one, and I can update my knowledge of WWE wrestlers. I can see if I actually recognise anyone. So, anyway, good night. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. If you did, have a good evening. Bye bye.